would do something a little bit different today. I'm planning on doing a little bit more of a booktube series on my channel. So I thought I'd kick that off with a bookshelf tour. And I've seen a bunch of these on YouTube already, but I always love watching them and seeing what other books everybody else has. And I think mine might be a little bit different. Some of these books were given to me, some of them were from when I used to be a teacher. So let's jump right in. The Twilight series by Stephenie Meyer, including the short Second Life of Bree Tanner, and obviously I had to have something cool since I was obsessed with them. Twilight Director's Notebook, How They Made the Movie. Also, The Host by Stephenie Meyer. Next series I have is his Dark Materials, books 1, 2, and 3. That's The Golden Compass, The Subtle Knife, and The Amber Spyglass. Those are all by Philip Pullman. The Hunger Games series, including Hunger Games, Catching Fire, and Mockingjay, all by Suzanne Collins. I have the City of Ember series, first book being The City of Ember, The People of Sparks, The Prophet of Yonwood, and The Diamond of Darkhold, all by Jean Duprow. Divergent series, including Insurgent, Allegiant, and also 4, all by Veronica Roth. Maze Runner series, including The Maze Runner, The Scorch Trials, The Death Cure, and The Kill Order, all by James Dashner. I also have lots of books by J.K. Rowling, obviously, everybody does. Most recent, The Casual Vacancy by her name. I ordered the one where she's writing under her pen name. I haven't gotten those yet, The Cuckoo's Calling, but those are in the mail. I have the 3 shorts that she wrote, The Fantastic Beasts and Where to Find Them, Quidditch Through the Ages, and The Tales of Beetle the Bard. And obviously, not going to show all of them, but I do have the Harry Potter series. The series that I have is the Percy the Jackson and the Olympians series, starting with The Lightning Thief, The Sea of Monsters, The Titan's Curse, and The Battle of Labyrinth. I know that's not all of them, but it's a good start, I think. This one has definitely been loved. You can tell by the spine of it. When I was a teacher, I used to read this aloud every year to my students, and they loved it. Also by Rick Riordan, I have The Lost Hero, which is book 1 of The Heroes of Olympus, and I have book 2, The Sons of Neptune, and I also have book 2 of The Throne of Thoughtfire. I did have the first one. This is the Kane Chronicles. I had the first one. I don't exactly know where it went. But the Wrinkle in Time series, Quintet, by Madeleine L'Engle. Wrinkle in Time, Wind in the Door, A Swiftly Tilting Planet, Many Waters, and An Acceptable Time. Start to a series, Beautiful Creatures, by Cami Garcia and Margaret Stoll, and Beautiful Darkness. So, Matched and Crossed by Ali Condi. Those are most of the series that I have, or that are mostly complete. Most recently, I also have The Paper Magician and The Glass Magician by Charlie N. Holmberg. The Wind-Up Girl by Paolo Mascigalupi. Quarantine by Lex Thomas. World War Z by Max Brooks. Article 5 by Kristen Simmons. Confessions of an Ugly Stepsister by Gregory Maguire. A Visit from the Goon Squad by Jennifer Egan. Divine Secrets of the Yaya Sisterhood by Rebecca Wells. You Suck by Christopher Moore. Wicked Lovely by Melissa Marr. Awaken by Katie Kavinsky. Bad Glass by Richard E. Gropp. A Wolf at the Door and Other Retold Fairy Tales, edited by Ellen Datlow and Terry Windling, multiple authors. The Borrowers Aloft and The Borrowers Avenged by Mary Norton. I think I lost the original Borrowers book. Don't know where it is. Laurie Halse Anderson books, including Speak, Fever, 1793, and Chains. The Book of Elsewhere, The Shadows by Jacqueline West. Fablehaven by Brandon Mull. AV Books, including City of Orphans and The Seer of Shadows. The Fingertips of Duncan Dorfman by Meg Wolitzer. The Fabled Fourth Graders of Aesop Elementary School by Candace Fleming. Inkheart by Cornelia Funk. The Magician's Nephew by C.S. Lewis. The Tale of Despero by Kate D. Camillo. And Because of Winn-Dixie by Kate D. Camillo. Night School, The Weird Books by Svetlana Chomavkova. The First Sailor Moon Manga by Naoko Takeuchi. Mouse 1 and Mouse 2, both by Art Spiegelman. A Lady's Life in the Rocky Mountains by Isabella L. Bird. Because it's fun, Math in Your Pocket by Mark Frary. In Cuba, I Was a German Shepherd by Anna Menendez. Ian's Flute by Mike Hamill. Sue Monk Kid novels, including The Mermaid Chair and The Secret Life of Bees. Ginger Pie by Eleanor Estes. Zilpha Keatley Snyder books, including The Headless Cupid, The Gypsy Game, and The Egypt Game. Jennifer Government by Max Berry. Confessions of a Shopaholic by Sophie Kinsella. Bridget Jones' Diary, and Bridget Jones' Mad About the Boy by Helen Fielding. Water for Elephants by Sarah Gruen. Lucrezia Borgia by Sarah Bradford. Joyland by Stephen King. Bee Season by Mila Goldberg. Walk to Remember by Nicholas Sparks. The Notebook by Nicholas Sparks. Atonement by Ian McEwan. The Rule of Three by Eric Walters. The Devil Wears Prada by Lauren Weissenberger. A Stolen Life by J.C. Dugard. Storytelling by Tori Spelling. Piper Reed Navy Brat by Kimberly Willis Holt. And Pictures by Christine Davenier. Mrs. Frisky and the Rats of Nim by Robert C. O'Brien. Maniac McGee by Jerry Spinelli. Stargirl by Jerry Spinelli. Mysterious Benedict Society and The Mysterious Benedict Society and the Perilous Journey, both by Trenton Lee Stewart. The Night Circus by Aaron Morgenstern. Heaven is for Real by Todd Burpo. The Help by Catherine Stockett. Julie and Julia by Julia Powell. And Cleaving by Julie Powell. 19 Minutes by Jodi Picoult and The Storyteller by Jodi Picoult. Teacher Man by Frank McCourt. Vampire Academy by Rochelle Mead. If I Stay by Gail Foreman. John Green books, including Looking for Alaska, An Abundance of Catherines, and The Fault in Our Stars. Rainbow Rowell books, including Fangirl and Eleanor and Park. Marley and Me by Josh Grogan. Alan Brennert books, including Molokai and Honolulu. Little Bee by Chris Cleave. The One and Only by Emily Griffin. A Little Princess by Frances Hodgson Burnett. E.B. White books, including The Trumpet of the Swan, Charlotte's Web, and Stuart Little. The Book Thief by Marcus Zusak. My favorite book as a child, The Phantom Tollbooth by Norton Juster. The Wind in the Willows by Kenneth Grahame. Woman Hollering Creek by Sandra Cisneros. The Hitchhiker's Guide to the Galaxy by Douglas Adams. Alice's Adventures in Wonderland and Through the Looking Glass by Lewis Carroll. The Count of Monte Cristo by Alexander Dumas. The Fellowship of the Ring by J.R.R. Tolkien. The Hobbit by J.R.R. Tolkien. Fahrenheit 451 by Ray Bradbury. Witch and Wizard, The Gift by James Patterson. Anne Frank, The Diary of a Young Girl. Pride and Prejudice by Jane Austen. Wuthering Heights by Emily Bront. Jane Eyre by Charlotte Bront. Uglies by Scott Westerfield. Cut by Patricia McCormick. You Remind Me of You, a poetry memoir by Iran Corrigan. The Perks of Being a Wallflower by Stephen Chbosky. To Kill a Mockingbird by Harper Lee. The Jungle by Upton Sinclair. Two of the same book from my childhood, a newer version, plus the one from my actual childhood that I read as a child. Mrs. Pickwiggle's Magic by Betty McDonald and Pictures by Hilary Knight. Roald Dahl books, including The BFG, The Witches, Matilda, an older version of Matilda, and James and the Giant Peach. The Five People You Meet in Heaven by Mitch Albom. Artemis Fowl books, the first one and the second one, both by Owen Colfer. Where the Mountain Meets the Moon by Grace Lynn. When You Reach Me by Rebecca Stead. The Mostly True Adventures of Homer P. Figg by Rodman Philbrick. The Evolution of Calpurnia Tate by Jacqueline Kelly. Lois Lowry books including The Giver, Gathering Blue, Gossamer, and Number the Stars. The Willoughbys by Lois Lowry. Grace's Guide, The Art of Pretending to be a Grown-Up by Grace Helbig. Falling Up and A Light in the Attic, both by Shel Silverstein. And I lost the dust jacket for this one. I don't know where that was. My favorite comics of all time, Pearls Before Swine. This is Sergeant Piggy's Lonely Hearts Club comic, and The Crass Menagerie. The rest are a bunch of textbooks or other things like that, so the next set of books that I will show you will be all of my children's books that I used when I was a teacher.